guys, since my 6 things came in the mail, my air filter, my bearings, my damper plates, my brake line, and my brake. That's just my own use stuff. Also, guys, we're gonna need to change the oil, and for another video we need to put together the shock that's leaking, so I took it apart for now. So now let's put the air filter on, and then after that damper plates, and after that brake lines. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so let's unbag the air filter. Keep on mixing up both of them. Let's open it up. Oh yeah guys, this is so much better. It's green. It was supposed to be blue, but alright. It is so much oil. Not oil, but it's pretty green oil. As you guys can see, my fingers are turning green. I don't know why. So now let's take my air filter box. And guys, look at my old one. I mean, it's pretty bad. So let's put in the new one. The new one is so much better. It looks so good. So let's continue installing it. It's not as easy as putting in the one, because this one's not as easy. This one's easier than this one, because you have to set it up. So now what you just have to do is just put it back on. Sheesh, this thing does not want to go back on because it's so thick. So basically what you just have to do is just have a little smush to it and hold it, and that's just how you do it. Alright guys, next up we have is damper plates. So it's just rubber piece, and it goes on your side fender. I think this is the correct one. Yep, this is the correct one. And basically it goes here, and it doesn't rub against the fuel tank. It keeps it for this not to rattle or make any noise. Basically keeps it nice and tight. So now let's grab this one and open up this one. Alright, so this one goes in here. Oh my, this got cracked. So that's fine. So, but now it's gonna be nice and very bad loose. So that's it for the damper plates. Now what I just have to put on is just need to put on the brake. So let's get straight to the brake. Alright, so now what I have to do is unscrew this 10mm bolt here, and these two right here. To do that, and also I'm gonna have to take this off, take off this whole brake line setup. So let's get straight into it. Alright, since now I got the fender taken off, now what I have to do is take off the brake cable, take off the zip tie here, and unscrew everything here. And I'll do that off camera, or maybe. Alright guys, so this one is my old brake line. This one is my new brake line. So why I'm changing it is because it broke. inside of here. Oh, it broke right here. So this piece and this piece, it broke. So as you guys can see, this one is one single piece. It does not come apart, but this one, it broke off. And I can't adjust because it's very hard. So that's the reason I'm changing it. Alright guys, so now I got this plastic little cover onto the brake line. So now let's start installing it. Alright guys, installation is kind of easy. Just put it through this hole and then run it just, run this like that and twist it upwards, and then put this all the way down as much as you can and just start screwing it in. So just start screwing it in. Alright, so since now I installed it, just need to zip tie it right here and continue installing it right here to my really bent brake lever. So let's try to unbend it a little. Guys, my unbending did not work at all. So, yeah. So now let's just install the brake lever through here and put this straight back on, just like that. Okay, since now I got all this installed, just need to put on the front fender, and after that, get ready for the oil change. So now I got my fender installed, now let's get ready for the oil change. So now let's break open the bolt. Guys, this changing oil in here is way better than changing it in the car. That's not a lot of oil. That is some black oil. Alright, since it's finished draining, let's screw in the bolt. Let's wipe it down first. Alright, since I screwed in the bolt, it's pretty black. Alright, so now let's pour in some glucose oil. Alright, so let's pour in the oil now. Wrong one. Get off. Now I'm going to check the oil level. Alright, so I finished adding up the oil and making it perfect level. And for now I have to go. Okay guys, so I'm back. And I finished doing the oil. Now I think I'm going to put the dirt bike on the stand, take off the rear tire, and take off the front tire. I think I'm going to put on the bearings today. I have to actually. And the rear bearings. And then after that, I'll maybe take it to the shop to put on the new tires. So let's get taking them off. Okay, since I'm now done putting the bike on the stand, let's start off with the front wheel. Took off the front one. Now it's time to take off the rear one. I forgot all about this, but you have to unscrew right here because it holds this in place. You just have to unscrew this bolt and I'll be good. Now I'm gonna unscrew it. It's a 12mm bolt and a socket. So now I just push this black thing out and keep the bolt in there and put the screw back on. No, it's not a screw. I forgot what it's called. That's it. Okay, so now what we just have to do is pull the bolt out. This tire is heavy, so pull out the bolt. Sometimes it's a little bit of struggle. That was hard. Pull out the chain and sprocket on that side, and the brake hub on this side. Let that go to the ground. That's it, guys. You got your tire out. Alright, guys. Make sure you guys take off your sprocket. The sprocket, whatever this piece is called. There's also bearings inside of here. So we're going to be changing the front first and then onto the rear. So first we're going to pop out the seal. That's the bad seal in there. Set it aside because it's bad. And then right there, you guys have your bearing right in the middle. I'll zoom in, I'll try. That right there, that's your bearing. So first, I don't know how to take it out, but we're gonna try. Flip the wheel. Hold on, guys, I'll try something else. Okay guys, off camera I changed the bearings in the sprocket, whatever you want to call this. As you guys can see, the blue used to be a black. This one's way stiffer than that one, and it feels way better to spin it now. Also with the gasket or whatever this thing is called, it's pretty worn up, and it's time to get a new one because yeah. So I think now I'm gonna change it in the actual wheel itself. So let's get into that. Okay guys, so I also took these off camera. One was in there, or I think it was this one. One on this side, and then one on this side. This was the piece that was in the middle, going right through. And so now we're gonna install the new ones. One just goes straight like that. Just hammer it each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Until it sits nice and flush, or if you guys want, flip it over and check in the inside, because there's this little check in the inside. Alright, so let's install my second bearing. Just put it in. Also make sure you guys clean it with a paper towel for all the debris and garbage to get out. And start putting it in. Alright, so I finished with the rear and with that, well, what it's called. But the front one, it does not want to work at all. It does not want to come out completely. So I think I'll take it to the shop and they'll do it. While I'm at the shop, I'm also going to change the tires on both of them. So that's it for now. Okay guys, this is the biggest hack so far. Grab a blowtorch. Blowtorch all around the inside here, not here or the inside of there, on the side. Heat it up. Right now it's very hot, so that's why I'm not touching it. And then hit your bearing out using a screwdriver or anything else. And first I struggled without the torch, and now it's just out. It's hot, but it's out. And that's just a perfect hack. Make sure you guys use a blowtorch or propane torch. That's a hack. Let's continue taking out the other bearing. Couple knocks. Let's actually use this. And it's out. That's how you take out a bearing. Make sure you guys use WD-40 to clean up the inside. So now let's start putting in the new bearing. Make sure you guys grab something to hit it in with, or evenly pound it in. And once it's more closer into the middle or towards the end, I'll just start hitting it in the middle. And you guys will hear it when it's in the middle. Using a smaller socket. You guys will hear it once it's at the end. So right there, that was at the end. And that is how you do it. So let's flip it over. And I'll adjust some stuff here. Also guys, I'll clean up this, just give me a moment. So now since I put that piece in, time to install the new bearing. So I'll just take it out and repeat the process. First time in the middle, and then start your process. Once you know you're closer at the end, you will use a socket. Sometimes you want to put some 2x4s more closer in. You'll hear it when it's more to the end. So now I can install my seal. Make sure you guys put it in correct. And that's how you change your bearings on a Yamaha TTR90 front wheel and rear wheel. Alright, so it's time to head to the dirt bike store. I just loaded up the tires, so I'll see you at the dirt bike store. Okay, so now I'm back from the dirt bike store. Sorry guys, I was very busy and I could not film the dirt bike store. So it's time to put on the tires, back to the dirt bike, and get back out riding. So let's get straight into it. So on this side, what I'm going to do, lift it, put in my spacer, let it hang, make sure it doesn't fall off. Sometimes I'll let someone come help me, but this time I'm on my own. Then you're going to lift the wheel up, making sure everything is looking good. Slide the shaft through, and there it is. You have it installed. So all you need to do now is just install your tensioner and your bolt. So now I installed the chain tensioner and the bolt. So now I'm just ready to install the front. So let's go to the front. Okay, so now let's install the front. I'll lift it up and I'll put the wheel in off camera. Alright, so I installed it. I installed the brake and the bolt, the shaft and the bolt. So now it's all in together. Spins, so let's take it out and continue putting it together. So now everything what I need to put on, my fenders, my seat, and my rear fender. So let's start putting it on. Okay, so I put on the fender, now it's time to put on the seat. That's it, seat is installed. Now time to do the front, left, and right fender. Okay, so I got everything installed with my left fender, right fender, rear fender, seat installed. And that's it. This is a wrap, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.